Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Book.
First, a genre, a kind of a literature.
Hard-boiled detective fiction.
Repeat, please.
Hard-boiled detective.
Hard-boiled detective fiction. Fantastic. And now I need somebody who can make up the name of a book in that genre. Hard-boiled detective fiction. Anyone make some noise?
I lost my egg.
What? I lost my what?
Egg.
Egg? Am I hearing you correctly? Yes. I lost my egg. Hard-boiled detective fiction. And one more margarita. Pass that down.
Olay.
Oh, God. Wow. I'm glad we stopped halfway through because the movie version wasn't doing it.
Oh, wow. Bad casting.
Oh, casting. I
Bad
think it
casting.
lost it at the casting.
Yeah.
There was just no way that,
That Seth Rogen could be intimidating
No.
and noir.
they needed a Daniel Craig type.
Yeah, I agree.
And I know that we were talking and we pictured the love interest as younger. I don't know why.
Oh, this woman is menopausal.
Yeah.
15-year age gap at least.
I mean, like, you know, just when the author described her just sort of slinking across his desk in the initial scene, like someone less creaky
Or large. Yeah.
Yeah, not nearly so grotesquely obese.
Oh,
Oh,
I mean,
I,
Queen Latifah did lose a considerable amount of weight. I shouldn't say grotesque, although it is disgusting.
Did you see the movie where she skied?
Uh,
That was a good one. That was cool.
Yeah.
She fell down.
But we're in a book group to get away from just talking about trashy pop culture.
Yes, we are.
Right.
We are, Chet.
So this was your selection.
Yes, and thank you all for indulging me. I really appreciate it. I was a big fan of like the radio theater thing when I was a kid, and so I kind of wanted to see what it was like to revisit it as an adult and do the noir thing. So thank you guys.
We would trade off reading paragraphs in bed.
It was, yeah.
Oh, we read to one another.
Do you guys read together?
yeah, Psalms.
We found that it really it strengthened our relationship out of bed in addition to in bed.
Sometimes we
Excuse me, is it you two who have been leaving anonymous notes in our bathroom whenever we have book club meetings?
Hey, why don't we talk about something else?
Sorry, they're religious in nature. They always arrive when we have one of these meetings. They're always unsigned, and they always make me cry for 2 hours.
I don't like to think of myself as religious. I think of myself as spiritual.
Spiritual.
Spiritual. I mean, it's just an opportunity to think about, you know?
So beautiful.
Thank you. I think so.
Ever since Samantha and I joined your group, I've been getting to know her really well.
Yeah.
It's been really informative.
You're such a little rose.
Thank you.
I know that we're grateful that you guys, I mean, we're new to the neighborhood. We're just grateful that you guys just allowed us to be part of this very, I mean,
You're welcome.
Well, look, let's not make it into a big deal. It's a book club. We read a book. That's all.
And it's still a probationary period, you understand?
Oh.
Yeah.
Have to make sure it's compatible in
Right.
terms of just getting along and their outlets.
So what was your favorite part of the book?
Yes, please chime in. I'm curious.
well, I liked it how the protagonist, Jefferson, kept going back and forth in the class levels. You know, he would go to see the really exotic guy who lived at the top of the hill. And then the next scene he would go down to the overpass in the alley, and this was great.
You wish to see the king?
Yeah, you bring him out here to me. I'm not going in that creepy office with all the heads.
Have you any token of respect to offer the king? All right. King, your lordship.
King Tony.
Private Dick. It's Jefferson. So it is.
Look, King, I need permission to carry out an investigation down the hill.
Well, while we appreciate you visiting our kingdom in your hard-boiled nature, I don't know if I can grant you that permission without some sort of token.
Just love that part. Just really just got me. I know it got me, got Darlene. Did you,
I
Dick?
cried
Yeah,
that
she
night.
cried. Yeah. What was your favorite part?
I think for me it was the really graphic sexual scenes that kept happening between the protagonist and his secretary, who initially seems so cold and distant, and then, you know, every time he gets a significant clue, it's like another wall comes down. And it's just conquering.
We did end up having to skip half the book or more.
Really?
Yeah, even the just sort of pre-sexual implied content I thought was a little bit speedy,
We
particularly.
actually read those parts
Over and
to each
over.
other.
Mr. Robinson,
Yes, what is it, Gloria?
I'm gonna need to get off a little early. The kids, gotta pick them up from soccer. You know how it is.
It's fine, I'll just be here alone. All alone in front of the rainy windowsill. Under threat.
All right.
Things dripping everywhere. Sort of ruggedly making my own way through the world as a literally self-actualized man who can do 100 push-ups. You know, I found the receipts from the ovary bank.
You've been working out, Mr. Robinson?
I have been.
Great scenes.
We should go home soon.
Yeah, Bush. You know, I thought we were really interested in the king, sort of in his role as a criminal overlord, but also sort of the enforcer of moral standards within his neighborhood.
Yeah, he struck me as a little bit uptight.
For being so exotic, I found him a bit uptight as well. It was a strange contrast, but one I enjoyed.
King, we have always served only Italian food in our restaurant, but our demographic has changed, and now we wish to serve Middle Eastern food as well. May it be so.
I don't know. You know, it tends to be here with the hummus and anything with chickpeas. Really, kind of just goes right through me.
Apologies.
No, you didn't know. How could you know? Wait on me hand and foot.
Shall I kill him, my brother?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Indian food?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's do the Indian food thing.
You know, I found really the sheer number and ways through which the king went through manservants, whether disfigured or actively killed on the page, to be frankly unrealistic. I mean, even in today's society, you know, mobsters know that they operate within limits. You couldn't be killing off what must have been.
Look, if we're gonna call time out and talk about reality, then can we just back up for a second? And I know it was my choice, but the clash of hard-boiled detective and regal kingdom.
Discuss.
It was an awkward marriage.
Right? Was there a time machine someplace or something that I
I
missed?
thought it was magical. It was two elements that maybe you wouldn't have assumed could go together so well, but then they did once they were together.
Or maybe they were never meant to be in the same place.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I sort of assumed it was kind of an affectation on the part of the king. You know, he wore the fun robes and he lived in this opulent house to emphasize the power of his criminality, but then I assumed he'd move into another phase of his life. He would drop childish affectations like that.
Don't
especially
talk
once
about
they were
spirituality
dancing.
right now.
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Did we do something wrong? I know, did we?
Just seems really.
No, not at all.
No, your input is fantastic.
And your enthusiasm is admirable.
Thanks, thank you.
We love books.
What about the masterful concluding scene when the detective is there, he's corralled the three nuns who are his prime suspects, they're all together, and he manages to figure out in that fatal final second exactly what happened.
Frankly, there was too much slapstick in that scene. Really, be realistic. Again, the realism was not working.
You quick, put some clothes on!
Listen, the jig is up. I happen to know that our Sisters of Infinite Mercy ovarian donor and storage facility is simply a front to procure supplies for your elaborate pornographic fantasies. You didn't lose those eggs. You sold them to the Ukraine. And now you're going to pay.
What are we going
Unless
to
we can
pay?
come to some kind of arrangement.
I am infinitely curious to see how Seth Rogen handles that scene.
I found that scene derivative of Gabriel Garcia Marquez, frankly.
Well, I mean, there was that spider in the corner eating the meatballs.
I mean, unless I didn't feel a derivative of Gabriel. I mean, I love this club.
No, it's worth discussing, and also the elaborate Masonic symbology throughout the book. Frankly, really broke the surface. I mean, I thought that was supposed to be more of a secretive thing, but really everywhere.
You needed an editor.
Right?
Yeah, or 5. It's just, it wouldn't have been my choice. Just saying.
Well, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to read it. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for bringing me. And I think if everybody has their keys in the bowl.
Hey, everyone, just a fun note, just as neighbors, my son, of course, is very pregnant, but we have a sort of flashcard of acceptable positions. So anyone of
There's
the...
really a lot of room for expressing yourself.
Well, you can't get pregnant twice, right?